Wait, one second, make sure I am stand. Alright. Hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Ability Gold Age, episode 1044. Alright, so last episode, well, we were hard at work in the Catacombs and we just finished off room 1. And that's not looking too bad, I tell you, that is not looking too bad at all. Sorry, I had an itch on my ear there. Alright, so we have a lot of work to do as we're going to be taking the measurement of this area right here. Obviously the door would be the same size over that way, so I can just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll double check. That's 6. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Stream restart. Alright, so that's 16 and it's how many blocks long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 either way. Oh yeah, I noticed chat isn't showing. Oh. There must have been something went wrong. I must have accidentally singed it. Yep. No way, that's chat not. No, chat box is there. It's shown, but for some reason it's just not shown. Let me check. Well, that is very weird. That is very weird. Chat box is dead? I think chat box is dead. I'm looking at it now and chat notifications? No. I do apologize, you know, this is very odd. What if I added a new thing? Wait one second. Chat box. Add source. Alright, I'll BRB to go check on my cat. No problem, no problem. Oh, there. I just made a new chat. There. It's returned from the grave. Just the old one's dead, so I need to delete the old one. Let's make sure that's actually working. Yep. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Chat is dead. Back from the dead. Oh, that is great. Alright. So now that we have the measurements and chat is no longer dead, we'll head on over this way. Alright. So, this bit here from this bit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait 1 second. So we're at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Also, there's dirt here. Yep, just what I thought. We have a problem. Hello there, Lonely, how's it going? Hmm. Yes, it does look like we have a terrible problem here. How about I just put like a torch here, I'll take this iron, and we'll forget that this section even existed. You know, I was gonna have like two different sides, but that doesn't seem to be, you know, wanted to happen. And we'll just slam like a bunch of resources in here. We must move the ocean. We've moved the ocean once, I don't think I want to do that again, because it was that bad. There we go. Yeah, that's not the worst. It's not the worst. I could actually still use it for designing the floor here. So we can actually still have a little bit of fun with it. There we go. And have that go like that. There we go. But it is very annoying that, you know, the water was just right there. I kinda expected a problem somewhere around this area, but I was not expecting it would be the ocean, though the ocean does have many problems. If you look very close at the water, you can see like these lines here. These lines right here are the railway that's supposed to head off in this direction. It headed down and then it goes that way. And it's supposed to connect up at this bit of the island and then head down and then head right, and then we'll do like a city build here. We'll have like a subway kind of bit that I can just head down and travel that way. It also makes traveling a lot faster for anyone that does not have like, you know, the minimap mod. And plus, you know, sometimes it's better to just walk. And plus, if I get that set up, that means there'll be two ways of getting into my base, that being the railway over here and the riverways. We do need to actually do a river episode. Let me know, should we do a river episode soon? I think we'll do a river episode soon. When I mean a river episode, I mean like, you know, we're going on a journey to unblock a lot of the rivers that you see around my world. Alright. So, there. There. Break this crafting table. Like, you don't expect rivers to be, you know, useful unless you take a boat up them. But rivers have become very useful to me. We don't take a, you know, boat that often, but they are very useful for when I'm transporting stuff up and down rivers. We do actually, you know what, I really wanted to get a mod that allows me to boat. I really wanted to get one for like the longest time, but there's just no good boating mods for 1.12.2. Like, yeah, you have like, you know, the Da Vinci's air vessels, you know, that. But there's just not that many good, you know, ones out there. It saddens me. I would love to go on like, you know, an airship or a, what do you call it? There, you know what? It reminds me of a mod that we played. It's called like Simple Planes or something. I don't think we could ever get work on 1.12.2. But sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, this is all supposed to be. I'm gonna break all of this. Oopsie daisy. You know, we may actually just take all of this dirt if I'm turning this into a more tunnel kind of area. That's actually supposed to be a different material. How dare you keep that block away from me? There we go. And there we go. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice. And now we can continue the flooring. Actually really starting to, the flooring's actually really starting to grow on me. It's very like, you know, glycerin. Glycerin? Glazed? Shiny? Words. uh. Alright. But we do actually need to fix the walls up around here. We need to decide... Do I bring... I could actually break that there. And make it go all the way around. That might actually be very cool looking. That actually might be very cool looking. I think I might actually do that. Oh yeah, what could we talk about while I'm working on this? Well, we could talk about the riverways. Now, the riverways of my world are very old. But whenever I think back to them, I think, wow, it's been ages since I did one of the riverways. I think one of the oldest riverways, well, not oldest, but one of the ones I did relatively quite recently was the one over here that we cleared all the way up into this area. And then we found out that this area was not a water source I could connect to. This was basically an entire elevated surface of water that was nowhere even close to the, ocean level water. That's this. We need to talk about how we need more cyberpunk lesbians. Dang it. This world is in need of them. The world is in chaos about them. You know what? You're quite true. We need some more cyberpunk lesbians out there, I tell you. Just think about it. How much better life would be. It'd be like, you'll open up like the TV and bang, there's an ad. Cyberpunk lesbians in your area who will do your homework. Some people really need some tutoring out there. They won't do your homework, but they will teach your homework to you. But in a way that you understand. And you will learn homework. There'll be fridge, adverts and people that buy it just because there's a, cyberpunk lesbian. We just need more cyberpunk lesbians, that's what we need. Also, I realize that this roof is getting very large. I wasted 2 blocks there that I could have put somewhere else. But that's definitely we need more cyberpunk lesbians. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. There we go. But definitely, we need to look at the world now. Because we do not have cyberpunk lesbians, look what's happened. Look what's happened. It's terrible. It's absolutely, excruciating pain, that's happened. We need more cyberpunk lesbians. That's what we need. We're gonna start like a petition. We're gonna start like a petition. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a petition to get more cyberpunk lesbians. Isn't there like a petition kind of website? The world is in chaos. The cyberpunk lesbians will save us. Quite true, quite true. I believe in that. Now we just need that petition website. That's what we need. Replace all world leaders with cyberpunk lesbians. But then they would all date each other. Think about it. They would all date each other, and then nothing would get done. The world would be in, relatively safe hands, actually. But, at the same time, it still might be a little bit chaotic. Making sure there's a wall actually lining up properly. There we go. Wait 1 second. We need more cyberpunk lesbians as world leaders, even if they date each other. Alright, I'll believe. I'll believe. That's what we need. That is what we need. If we don't get that by like 2026, we're doomed. We are doomed. We need more cyberpunk lesbians. If we don't care anymore, then think about all the, think about all the pain and suffering in the world. It could end easily. Easily, I tell you, if we just had some cyberpunk lesbians. Think about the world, it could be a better place. It could be more united. It could be happy. That's what could be happening. But no, they just want to fight each other. That's why we need cyberpunk lesbians to replace world leaders. It would be so much better. Hey, Pi, I do want to say something. You know when we were playing Easy Red 2? I still have so many of the shorts from that episode still to upload. I still have not ran out. I just wanted to say that because there was so many shorts for that episode. And I just have too many now. Too many. Alright, let's see. If I break this, I get, the blocks back. Yeah, post all the Easy Red shorts. Pronto. I'll do it as soon as I can, I tell you. I'll do it as soon as I can. There's over about, like maybe 20 left, or maybe 30. We do need to actually record some more Easy Red. And yes, the joke will continue. There must be more lesbians. We just need to go into the subcategories. The wolf cut lesbians will be next, that's what it'll be. Well, this is actually going not too bad. What time are we at anyway? 17 minutes, not bad. That is actually looking quite nice, actually. I was not expecting it to look this nice so far. But it actually does look quite nice. Now we need to, if I break this over here, and then break this, we'll also save on some of the blocks, We need some of these building blocks for the future, ruled by the cyberpunk lesbians. That's why we need these blocks left over. There we go. Much better, much better. Oopsie daisy. Oops. I fell in the water. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice. Actually. How much stone do we actually have? We do have some stone over here. But we'll fill up all of this into normal stone. And then we'll do a lot of stone stairs. There we go. But I will talk more about the shorts, I have so many shorts that are left over that I have at least over 100 shorts ready to upload, anytime I want. I think the most shorts that we've ever uploaded in a day was 60. And that's because, I cannot schedule shorts. I just cannot schedule them. It'd just be difficult to schedule them. Because they upload so fast that, even if I scheduled them, they would just upload the same day. Well, say that they uploaded the same day, and then it will never be good. We. No, no, that's not where that's supposed to go. Alright, we need to go one more block there. That block there. This is all supposed to be polished andesite. And then that is supposed to be stairs. There we go. Dang, YouTube schedule. Well, wait. Dang, YouTube. Let us schedule shorts. I know. Definitely, you know, I will probably try to attempt it. So it does not, like, you know, explode someone's feet. So they have been quite, you know, good at, you know, being quite good, you know, viewed. But it really depends on the title if it's going to get viewed, you know. There are certain ones that just have, like, the weirdest title in it, and sometimes it just does well, and then sometimes it doesn't. And it's sad to me that, you know, that it does not do well sometimes. Alright. Like, it could be the funniest clip ever, and then, you know, no views. Happens quite a lot. You can't really do too much about it now. But I really hate when it's a really good clip and then it just does not get picked up by the algorithm of Twitch. Well, Twitch, YouTube. Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, you know, ones do better. Twitch ones, not so. That's not supposed to be like that, it's supposed to be like this. Yep. Yeah, that's accurate. It's supposed to go like this. It's 2 blocks in this bit. And then that's supposed to be... This is very complicated. This is very complicated. I'll take that andesite. Wait, how many blocks is that? 2 blocks in, and then it's polished andesite. Ah. So I guess that's supposed to be like that? No, because that's supposed to be the door. Ah, alright. I see where the problem has, you know, taken us. I see where the, you know, problem has taken us. Alright, there we go. Also, what time are we at? Ooh, we're 25 minutes already. Well, that's not looking too bad. I think we can continue this next episode. I'll finish off this little roof bit here. We'll turn that to a block. There we go. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice. It's not fully decorated yet, but you're doing great. Catacombs will look cool. Yeah, I'm really hoping that. Like, yes, it will need some, you know, refix, and I can already see some stuff that I would refix, but I'll probably do that another time. I just want to finish off the idea. And in this bit here, I'm actually thinking about just cutting this off for now, and then maybe coming up with a new idea for it. Maybe we'll create a little statue here. That's not a bad idea. We could create a little statue here, in this position here. Not as far back, but I'll, you know, corner off this area and then create a little statue. I think that would look pretty cool. Like some ancient god that people worshipped. But this is starting to look a lot nicer. We'll get into stone bricks next episode. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, safe, hope civil. Good social sneakers items, very important. And the these things above the CCs, bye bye. I'm also slapping you with this grey concrete